Well, happy Wednesday, D-listers. It is another day here on All Day D, and I'm so excited about a few different things today. First of all, it's Wednesday, which means we're halfway through the week, but I'm not happy because I'm excited for the week to be over so I can get some rest. I'm excited to get to the weekend because when I get to the weekend in my world, that is an exciting time because that means I get the opportunity to share something that's been marinating in my heart for maybe weeks, if not months sometimes. And so I'm really excited too about a second thing because today right here on this channel, I want to do a couple creative things with you guys throughout the course of a week. And so today, I want to give you a top 5 list of things. And that top 5 list of things, being what I was just talking about, is that when I am in my office, when I'm getting prepared for the weekend, what I'm excited for, sometimes I get to travel and do this as well, is I get to speak to people on a regular basis. And so speaking is one of those things that when speaking's done well, people think that it's easy to do. When speaking's not done well, you realize how much of a train wreck speaking can be. And I've had some train wreck talks, and I've had some great talks. And I want to try to help each and every one of us, myself included, how to build a compelling talk. So if you want to speak, you want to get on a platform, you want to have an audience, you want people to hear what you have to say, I think there are some keys to giving a good talk. And so through the course of this vlog today, I want to share a couple of my keys to a great talk. Let's do this today.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
So I'm on our stage right now in our main auditorium. You can see it is all decked out behind me for Christmas. But 5 keys to a great talk. And the first one is this: preparation. That you put in the work. So for every word that we speak about 2,500 to 3,000 words a weekend. And when we do that, man, our preparation time from a conception of idea until it hits our platform is roughly a year. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but we plan out all of our talks a year in advance. We know the topic, we know the direction, we know where we're going. And so the first key to a great talk: preparation. By the time I've hit the stage, I know the material because we have been working on that as a team for literally months as we begin to process and think. So from conception to birth of a message, of a talk, it is a process. And I like that imagery of a birth because there's a conception of idea, there's a letting it grow, and then there's a birthing of that idea when we communicate. So number 1, preparation. So key number 2 to a good talk is practice.
Talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice.
I really believe that practicing your talk is one of the biggest keys. You can have the greatest content in the world, but if you haven't run through it before you step on any stage or in front of a crowd or in front of a room of people, it is going to bomb because you're not going to know the material. And so my flow is this. I come in on Wednesday mornings. I do a dry run through on Wednesday mornings right here in my office. This is the space. I don't go to the platform. I do it right here. I preach through it. I read through it. I do all of those things. I tell stories through it, and then I mark that up. And then you know what I do? I come back in on Thursday, and I get on the platform, and we video it, and I go back and I watch that, and I mark it up again, and I practice, and then I come in on Sunday mornings before I'm going to step on the platform on Sunday and do this a couple more times. And again, I run through it again in my office right here in this space so that I know the material down pat. So when I walk on the platform, I've already given this message, this talk, at least 3 times before I've stepped on the platform. And so I would say the second key to good communication, to good talks, is practice. Not just preparation, but also practice. So make sure, get yourself in front of a mirror, put yourself in front of a camera, do it on your laptop, turn the camera on that, turn the camera on your phone. Watch yourself and listen to yourself, and then practice, practice, practice. Then you'll be ready for the platform.
Let's begin now.
So when we're talking about these top five ways to give a great talk, we've talked about preparation, we've talked about practice, but here's the other thing that I would tell you is personality. Personality. And what do I mean by that? I think a lot of speakers try to mimic or be like somebody else. And let me tell you what I mean. When I first started out speaking on a regular basis, there were all these communicators that I loved to listen to. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's something beautiful about listening to communicators. But what happened was, instead of having my own unique voice, I tried to mimic their voices because I liked their voices. Here was the problem. Nobody else is created to be your voice, and you're not created to be anybody else's voice. And so I would tell you, let your personality shine through. I know some guys, man, they are awesome off the platform. They are the funniest guys, or the most engaging guys. The minute they hit the platform, they turn into somebody completely different. And it just doesn't translate to your audience, because if they know you off the stage, they want to feel like they know you on the stage. And then there's some guys that I know, when they're on the stage, man, they are fire. They're amazing. You're like, I want to hang out with that guy, and then you hang out with them, and they are so not the person on the platform. And so I think the personality, your personality has to be you, and it has to be consistent, or your audience will sniff out the fact that it's just not who you are. So the third thing I would tell you, personality, be who you are, and don't try to be anybody else. All right, so number 4 in our 5 keys to a great talk. Not only should we be prepared, should we practice, should we be ourselves, like our personality, but the 4th one is this, is that we would tell personal stories. It's great to tell canned stories. There's things that we read sometimes that are good, but personal stories are always better. In fact, let me prove that to you. I'm not gonna ask an adult. I'm gonna ask my kids what their favorite kind of stories are. So let's talk to them. Hold on just one second. Come here, Nat. And I want you hear Daddy speak all the time, right? Yes. And what are your favorite kinds of stories that Daddy tells?
I like the ones that actually happen to you.
So like personal stories?
Yep.
Why do you like those?
Because they're very interesting to hear.
Do they make the story better or worse for you?
Mostly better.
Mostly better. See, she likes personal stories. How about my other daughter, Ella? Come here. You hear Daddy speak a lot, right? Mm-hmm. What are your favorite kinds of stories that I tell?
The stories about life, probably, because it's like telling you what happened and like how to deal with it.
So real life stories, and then how to apply that to the rest of life, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So there you have it, out of the mouths of my children. So personal stories, tell them, because they connect with people. And then the 5th key to giving a great talk. I know we've talked about just preparation, making sure that you spend the time, and that there's practice, that you practice your talk, and that your personality comes through, that you are you. And then personal stories, man, personal stories are it. But the 5th thing that I think enhances a great talk is a good prop. Now, if you overuse a prop, man, it can be a distraction. But if you have the right prop for the right story and the right talk, it can hit on all cylinders. Actually, this last week, I used this plate that came out of the house after our house burnt down when I was a kid. This was the plates that were given to us as our first set of plates. It was like one of the only things that we had, and we were given these new sets of plates, and I still to this day use those plates. It's a reminder of the time that my house burnt down and a community raised up and loved on us. And that prop, that plate, spoke volumes to people. I've done everything from preach inside of a tent. I've preached on a balance beam. Most of us, if we're honest, we live life like this. I've used all sorts of props, and here's what it does. People remember those props along with the stories that you tell. And all of these things, these 5 things, they are a great recipe for a great talk. So I hope you enjoyed these 5 things. If you're a person that is communicating on a regular basis, would like to communicate on a regular basis, is going to teach something, do something, all of these are great tips that I've learned through the years and continue to learn and watch other guys do that help you give a great talk. So I hope that helps today. This is a little different vlog than what you guys are used to. But my family and I, we're getting ready to go see Santa tonight. So have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Shall we begin?
Who you getting me to see? Who?
Santa. Hi.
Your hair looks awesome.
Thanks.
Let's begin now.
All right, so we saw Santa. Hey, what'd you ask Santa for, Nat?
A surprise.
Hey, Elle, how about you?
Surprise.
A surprise? What does that mean?
Like, he'll just surprise us.
Just surprise? How come you didn't tell him you wanted something?
Because I didn't know what I
I
wanted.
wanted roller skates, but I didn't want to ask for that.
Why? So there you have it. We saw Santa. Did you ask Santa for anything?
I didn't, no.
Oh, do you want anything from Santa?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
She thought about saying something there, and then she restrained. All right, so we are gonna finish out the night as a family. Do me a favor, if you liked today's video, drop a comment down there in YouTube or hit that like button, and we'll have more coming to you soon this week. Have a great night. We'll see you.